Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. And the Adidas Harden Vol.6 has been leaked, right? So shout out to Hoop Sneakers for these pictures, but before we get into that, let's go over some other shoes that have also been leaked, right? So first of all, the Lebron Witness 6. And the Lebron Witness 5 was pretty damn nice. I liked it. It was an overall very solid performer. $100. You get a nice material, pretty nice cushion as well. And then the zoom pods in the forefoot felt pretty bouncy, springy and all that. Traction was good as well. Not durable though. Now we have the Lebron Witness 6. And okay, so I'm pretty disappointed, but let's look at the traction first. And we got some crazy herringbone, right? And it's pretty interesting. So there is a flex groove on the lateral side of the shoe in the forefoot, and there is a very big like decoupling in like the midfoot. So I don't know what that is. Is there like an Air Max unit? But it is Air Max, right? But anyways, yeah, so the pattern, of course, it looks pretty good. It looks durable and all that. Hopefully the rubber compound is pretty good. Now moving on to the lateral side of the shoe, and they're using Air Max, and I hate Air Max. I hate it. It's just a terrible cushioning setup. It looks great though. You know, I love the look of the air bubble, but it's not functional, guys. It's heavy. You know, it uses a lot of plastic. First of all, when you look at it, is this like a new type of Air Max? There's no way, because it's like his budget shoe. And you know, like LeBron doesn't even wear the Witnesses, you know what I mean? He wears the Ambassadors, he wears his the Soldier. He didn't wear the latest Soldier like at all, even in the playoffs, which is weird. He wore the Ambassadors, and of course he wears his signature line, but I don't think I've ever seen him wear the Witnesses, which is, you know, Nike's kind of like scamming us a little bit. You know, how is this LeBron's shoe? I mean, LeBron probably doesn't even know he has a Witness line, to be honest, right? Maybe he probably knows, but he obviously doesn't really wear it or care for it. So why is it his shoe? And when people get the Witness or like budget lines, they're like, oh, I got the LeBrons, but like, you know, LeBron doesn't ever wear the shoe. But anyways, so yeah, here in the heel, if you look at the cushion, it's super caged, right? And then also if you look in the midfoot, it's caged as well. So it's not gonna really compress there. So where is the compression gonna come from this Air Max unit? And for Air Max, you can only feel a little bit of compression on the sides or like the edges of the cushion, right? Right underneath your foot, you get nothing. So yeah, I'm already hating the cushioning setup. And also on the medial side, look at how caged that is. You know what I mean? It looks great, but yeah, not very functional. Also, Air Max is pretty damn high up off the ground, so I'm not a huge fan. Doesn't really look like there's anything in the forefoot though. And if you look on the medial side, and also, I mean, on the lateral side, it's just the Air Max. So also on the lateral side, here in the forefoot, we can see the rubber coming up, acting as a sidewall. So that's very, very nice. And here in the heel, we can also see it kind of like looks like a shark fin a little bit. That's a pretty cool design. And we can also see LeBron James's logo, and it's kind of like on top of the Nike swoosh. Also, looking at the materials look like a cheaper mesh type of material. But you know, to be honest, I don't really mind it. And also lateral containment seems like it's going to be good too. So, and then in the ankle area, we have a very high heel tab. And also for the tongue, we can see a lion, because he's the king, I guess. And it's probably like a synthetic leather material for the tongue. It looks great though. I mean, whoever designed it, it's a great looking shoe. But Air Max, guys, really, please, no more Air Max. I don't like Air Max. Just in basketball shoes, I think it's pretty bad, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys like Air Max? Also, we have another shoe. So apparently this is not the MB2. This is the Hover Havoc 4. It's the 4th installment of the Hover Havoc line. And okay, so first of all, looking at the traction pattern, the traction looks weird. It's just lines, I guess. It is a translucent outsole, which I'm not a huge fan of, as you guys know. Looking here in the heel though, there is a little bit of a cutout, and we can see the hover cushioning, right? So if you look on the side of the shoe, it says hover. But if you look at the midsole, there's no, like, you know how hover usually has that mesh material over it? There's no mesh material over it, right? And also if you look on the medial side of the shoe, it says micro G. So I'm guessing it's a micro G carrier, and then there's a hover heel pod. So I mean, to be honest, like Under Armour, they stiffen up their cushion a lot in their basketball shoes. So I'm not really gonna get my hopes up too much about it. But to be honest, like the Embiid one was pretty damn nice, as well as the UA Spawn 3. There's a nice little compression, also a nice little bounce as well. So I guess I'll give it another chance. I'm a little excited for it, right? And then as far as the materials go, so the materials, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it looks like a really nice knit material, right? But zooming in on it, it looks like a leather, like synthetic material with like, it looks like there's a little bit of foam to it, right? And obviously there's stitching throughout this entire upper with this kind of like zigzag pattern or like triangular pattern. And I don't know how I really feel about it. It says it's like clone. I don't really think we've ever seen this material, but it says clone here on the medial side of the shoe on the upper. So I'm guessing that's what it's called. And then for the tongue, I like the tongue though. The tongue looks to have like a very open mesh with these circle cuts through it. So I like the tongue, and I guess I do like the overall aesthetics of the shoe as well. So tell us your thoughts on the Hover Havoc 4. And now moving on to the Hardened Volume 6. So they're not like super clear pictures, but it is just like James Harden practicing in them. And obviously it's probably the Volume 6, right? So the Harden Volume 5, the 5 was just, those were bricks. I don't know how he played in those shoes. I don't even know how it got okayed by him, because they're super heavy, they're super stiff, they're super clunky. It's just like not a nice shoe to play in. I don't even know how he played in. But anyways, so first of all, shout out to Step Back Kicks. And what he says is that the Harden Volume 6 will feature a full-length boost cushion midsole setup similar to that found on the Harden Volume 1. So fully caged on the lateral side and exposed on the medial side. So that's nice, right? The Harden Volume 1 was pretty damn nice. I mean, it was very caged, but I guess boost is okay, right? I wish they would go to the 3. The 3 was my favorite because it was pretty much fully exposed, but also a really thin boost. So you're super low to the ground, but then you get a good amount of compression and a little bit of bounce back because there's really no cage to it, right? And it didn't feel clunky at all. The 4, I guess, with the light strike, I don't know, I guess Harden doesn't like light strike, I don't know, but like looking from the back, guys, please freaking stop doing this. Stop caging the back of the heel like this. Like, there's no need. If you're gonna use a nice cushioning setup like this and then cage it up, like, what's the point? You know what I mean? And also, if you use a hard rubber like they did in the Harden Volume 5, is it gonna be super clunky in the Harden Volume 6 as well? Hopefully not. We'll have to see on that, right? Because like if you look at the Harden Volume 2, the rubber here is like, it's a little soft, you know, so it doesn't feel like super stiff. The Harden Volume 5 actually feels like a rock. You know what I mean? It feels like hard plastic back there. So there's that. Also, we can see like a little elastic band that kind of like goes around the ankle area with a pull tab underneath. And if you look on the medial side of the shoe, it looks like it is exposed boost. So I guess the rumor is correct. And then on the lateral side, it's pretty heavily caged. And it looks like, I don't know, it kind of looks like a paint drip pattern a little bit. You know, the cage looks to come up a little bit as well to act as a lateral counter, which is a good thing, but I don't really know how I feel about the design. It looks kind of childish, I would say. And now looking at the front of the shoe, there's not a whole lot of like, I mean, it's potato quality, so it's kind of hard to see. But the tongue, there's like 2 pull tabs on the tongue, and you can kind of see the outsole pattern a little bit on the tip of the toe. It looks like just nubs, you know. Hopefully the material isn't super stiff like the Harden Volume 5. Please just go back to like the 4. The 4 was nice. The 3 was nice. The 2 was nice. The 1, no, the 1 was very stiff at first. There was a lot of pinching. Once you broke it in, it was nice, but I don't know. I mean, even if it was like the 1, it would be way better than the Harden Volume 5, you know what I mean? So the few things that we know is that it is probably full-length boost, and it's pretty much the same setup as the Harden Volume 1. And as far as the looks goes, I'm not a huge fan of it right now, but of course we'll have to wait on official images and stuff like that. But anyways, tell us your thoughts on the Harden Volume 6, and also like, what do you guys think of the Harden Volume 5? Like, have you guys played in it? What do you guys think? Is it super bad, or is it okay to, I mean, it wasn't terrible, as in like, you can definitely play ball in it, but there's so many better options out there, you know what I mean? And also tell us your thoughts on the Lebron Witness 6 as well as the Hover Havoc 4. Also, very curious with the Curry 9. There hasn't been any news on the Curry 9 yet. The Curry 8's been out for a while, so the Curry 9 should be coming out soon, right? So also, I guess, stay tuned for that. But anyways, that about wraps up this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.